This episode of Nintendo Pow Block is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support our family of podcasts, head over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia or search for us on the Patreon app on your smart device. Thanks for helping us build something better. Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Games. I'm your host and like excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only bossman himself, Mr. Corey Deary.
Hello. Let's Zelda it up, as they say.
Yes.
Hi, Ed.
And hi. And everybody, you know, it's our favorite person to take his turn to shine. Please welcome everybody, Daniel Regard. Hello, good sir.
Hey, what's going on? I was hoping we were going to do like a 2-hour deep dive on Disney Speed Racer, but I guess if
We
there's
might.
Zelda stuff, we could probably talk about that first.
If you stick around long enough, we might.
It'll be the Patreon episode with 2-hour deep dive.
Yeah. Man, so, okay, my kids were in here playing with my microphone again, because my waveform is like all over the place. So, it's fine. We'll fix it in post.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Well, everybody, we are going to literally jump in. We're going to save Nintendo and what we've been playing with Power for a little bit later, because Nintendo dropped the official trailer for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This is the final trailer. It was about 4 minutes long, and we actually got to see some things that we are going to be getting in the game. We got some reveals. We got some new vehicles that we'll be seeing, some new areas, and man, like literally, people are still watching the video, still looking at reactions, pinpointing things here and there. I hopefully by the time you guys see this video, I have watched. I mean, not watched. I have written a piece, written a piece, not written, written a piece, detailing the history of Tears of the Kingdom from its ED reveal to this final trailer. So you'll be able to see that at bossrush.net. If you need to catch up on all the information that's been provided by Nintendo. Guys, what are your thoughts about this trailer? I'm going to start with you, Daniel. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I'm mildly disappointed I didn't play Breath of the Wild sooner. Because I feel like there's probably like a crap ton of Easter eggs that I just don't know. So it seems like there's probably characters that are not new that seem new to me. So ignorance
There's
maybe is
a
the
good mix of old and new characters in this trailer.
Yeah.
gotcha.
So,
But
yeah.
it looks phenomenal. And then seems like there's a lot of like locations that feel like somewhat callbacks to Skyward Sword, which
Yeah.
is always very, very nice to see because that's one of my favorite ones.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, this game has a lot of mixture of lot of the older games in the Zelda series.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Sure does. Especially the
Obviously,
three-headed dragon thing, which is clearly the first boss in Zelda 1. So,
mm-hmm.
Oh, he
That
looks
and
menacing.
darkening
Like
tone.
the three-headed dragon in Tears of the Kingdom, he kind of reminded me of the bird from Wind Waker, but just like bigger and more destructive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
where in the heck did you come from?
yeah, it's this trailer showed a lot. I mean, it showed there's a lot in here that like this was the trailer that got me excited. Like, not that I wasn't excited before, but like, Ed, how long did we talk about Breath of the Wild. I mean, like, well, I mean, since it was revealed, really, like
Yeah.
as Zelda for Wii U, right? Like we were talking about it before we even started podcasting together. We were talking about it, right? And uh, I don't know what some Nintendo Facebook group we were in, I think, and like the fact that like we were excited from the point that that was announced, and like, yeah, I've been excited for this, but like they haven't shown anything they got me on that level of like being super excited for this game until this trailer, right? Like
Hmm.
the characters, the story, new and old characters returning, uh Ganondorf returning, uh Zelda with like her kind of regal look and holding the master sword got me really excited. uh a lot of this looks incredible, and I've actually been jumping back into Breath of the Wild just to run around and get used to some of the controls in the world again because I want to be ready. Skipping out on other priorities like the Resident Evil 4 remake for book club, which we're recording like next week, I think, at some point. But I digress. It's incredible. I'm really I don't know what else to say, man. This thing looks incredible. I am excited to see how the sky stuff works, and the transition from sky to land looks, I mean, it's seamless. I want to see that in action. I want to see if we actually do go underground at some point. I want to see the castle come, like the scary castle, come out from from the ground, right? I want to see all this stuff. Um, and there's some pretty good callbacks too. Like we mentioned, the one boss was from, or the three-headed dragon is from Zelda One, and there's a few other things in there that look really really uh great. So,
Yeah, there's one enemy in there. Like he looked like black ink. He had like a purple mouth. He looked like this kind of weird purple, weird dark monster. It looked very Splatoonish of him in this
hmm
like look and design. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. They kind of match. It looked like they mixed different colors
hmm
with the anime style that they're using. So it looked like it could be something from Splatoon. And I know the Legend of Zelda and Splatoon 3 have been doing some big things together lately. There was pictures I think from uh one of their trio turfs of war that they're gonna be doing. Like it has a battlefield of the Legend of Zelda and stuff. And I know Nintendo is selling shirts and pins and things like that. And it really seems that I wonder if they borrowed some elements from Splatoon 3 to be in this game,
hmm
you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of diversity, and at least like either bosses or mini bosses. Like there's so many things that we could kind of glean from this. It looks like dungeons are returning based on some of this stuff, at least, right? Like
Hmm.
there's that image of him, or the video of Link running through this kind of, he has like the knight armor on, it looks like, and he's kind of running through and this dark area that's kind of either on fire or smoking or something, right? And it
Yeah.
kind of looks like
Mhm.
dungeons are back, at least in some form, and there are definitely more diverse bosses, right? Like it looks uh like the one kind of Twilight Princess looking boss that comes out of that big round circle with like it kind of looks like this robot with the green glowy kind of skeleton. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What excited me most too is like I saw a lot of Twilight Princess in this, in terms of like, you know, imagery and musical cues. And I don't think Midna's theme is in there, but there's definitely music in there that reminds me of Midna's theme. And for those who don't know, Twilight Princess is like my favorite traditional 3D Zelda. And um when I see things that remind me of that game, it makes me very happy and excited. Uh, Zelda got a haircut, which is kind of neat. Though we knew that from early images, but I wonder. I wonder. So I had this. Ed, we talked a long time ago about how we thought maybe there might be time travel in this game,
Mm-hmm.
at least to some degree. I'm wondering there's going to be interdimensional travel, not time travel in this, and you're going to be able to still play as Zelda at some point, and like you have to do certain things as Zelda to help Link in the other dimension to help solve puzzles. You know,
Like a
I'm
high rule, low rule kind of thing.
Yeah, that or like almost like Shadow Temple, like when you had to go back in time as a kid in
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time for the Shadow Temple to solve some of the puzzles, and then you went forward in time to solve puzzles. The rest of the puzzle, like I still think that kind of thing is going to happen.
Because there
And
are some, um, like sometimes in some of the pictures, there's like it looks like a swirly kind of mountain thing, or you might see like a
Mhm,
orb sitting down somewhere, and it's just like, what is
mhm.
that? They haven't said anything about it, so I
Yeah,
wonder if that is going to be playing, um, playing, some kind of uh point in the game, when you're exploring or when you're traveling, because it still seems like those tall towers you get to unlock the map, those are still in the game. So I wonder now when you go and unlock them, what are those going to be? Is it going to be a different map now of Hyrule? You know.
I mean, I think the map, like I think the geography is the same, right? Very clearly a lot of the same geography, and especially in some of these shots, like the broken fountain in front of the castle with the tents kind of lined up alongside of it, right? Like that's
Mm,
that kind of stuff. And then, you know, a Hatino village is still kind of there, right? Like you see the shops and stuff kind of there. I think the geography is essentially mostly the same. Some of it might be destroyed, some of it might be a little different, but the regions are set up the same, right? I still think you're getting the same map with new kind of new areas and new ways to explore the same areas, right? Like I still think that that's happening, and I think there's a lot of sky islands that we don't even see, right? I think that you're going to spend a lot of time in the sky. I think you're going to spend a lot of time in the I think you're going to spend a lot of time kind of searching caves and caverns and temples, and to the point where like I think the familiarity of the geography in the game is actually going to enhance the
mhm.
differences in a way, if that makes sense.
Daniel, I want to ask you, um, because you're going to be, uh, well, I don't know how far you are in Breath of the Wild, um, but did you feel like, some of the stuff that you have been playing in Breath of the Wild, when you saw the trailer, did it give you any idea that, oh, they may have evolved this gameplay, or they may have like, um you know revised it in a sense?
Yeah, so definitely the like you guys were kind of saying earlier, the look is a different. So like it's the same locations but enhanced or different. So I guess that would kind of lean into your travel multiversal sort of idea that things are different now. So it'll be interesting to see how they're different now. But it also seems like there's a ton of new locations. And
Do
then
you uh, do you think that not because probably with you playing Breath of the Wild, you probably been wondering where's the rubies at, where's the arrows at, because those are very scarce in Breath of the Wild. Do you think that it's going to be different in this one? Because um Anuma and like some of the trailers, a lot of it has been showing like, with all the fusing and stuff, that you'll be able to have more arrows, or maybe with the gems, that you get like the rupees, you could use that as weapons also when you fuse
Hmm.
stuff. Like, what did you think about that in this trailer?
So the weapons in Breath of the Wild are kind of annoying to me that they break so easy. So any sort of thing they're willing to do to let me have weapons last longer is something
Hmm.
that's good in my book. I know that debate of like the weapons breaking is like beaten to death at this point, but it's pretty annoying to like have a weapon that lasts like 3 hits. So I think if I can combine things to make them last longer, that'll incentivize me to actually try doing that more. And that's something I'm excited to do, even if it ends up being just like a bunch of stupid things, like me putting flowers and axes together or different things like that.
uh, let's talk about Ganondorf. Um, because I think it's the first or the second trailer. Um, you do hear his voice, but you don't know who it is, and they just revealed that it's Ganondorf, doing it. Do you when you see the reveal of Ganondorf, for both of you guys, do you feel like, oh, he may be very menacing? Like this may be a very menacing Ganondorf. Uh,
I
He's definitely
mean,
jacked.
I guess so. I think, yeah, he's uh he's definitely intimidating. I mean, but he's always that way though. I don't know. I actually thought this was Demise at one point. Um in this kind of reveal, but I
mm,
don't know if Ganon Ganondorf to Ganon to Demise will become a thing. I don't know if Demise is like gonna be the big bad of like the end of this game or whatever the next game ends up being, right? Like I still think I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna play out, but um it is worth noting that this is the first time since Twilight Princess that all three of these characters have been in the same game,
Hmm. It seems like there might
for what
be,
it's worth.
and this could be a huge stretch, that there could be some more gray area rather than just being straight evil. And like I don't know if that's alluded to in Breath of the Wild at all, but it seemed like there was some potential for
Uh
the tears of the kingdom. No.
I don't know. I mean, that would be an interesting kind of take, but I don't know. No offense to Nintendo, but I don't know if they have the storytelling chops to do that. Um, you
Because
know.
it was looking like with the different tiers come from the different groups, and it kind of seemed like he was in possession of one of those tiers,
Mhm.
but that's just
Yeah.
kind of random, unbased info from me watching this trailer six times. So,
well,
Yeah.
it kind of it. So I was me, Stephanie, and Shane. Everybody, we have a Nintendo Direct recap for the trailer, so do go check that out. And I was telling them that this would kind of be the third iteration of some kind of power between Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. You know, with the regular Legend of Zelda, we had the Triforce, but they were broken to like 7 or 8 pieces, and you had to find them. And then it came to Ocarina of Time, where the three goddesses came and broke the Triforce into like three. Um, and that's when we found like what which Triforce Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf each had. So with these tiers, um, now being like 7 pieces, this would be like the third iteration. Like of Zelda has one and Ganon has one. I'm assuming Link would have one, and then the four champions would have one, because that would make seven.
Mhm.
hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's not guaranteed with that. Even though we have these tiers, the Triforce is still there. And now like because of the tiers being in the game now, what does this do to the Triforce itself?
I mean, I don't. I wonder if this is like you need the tiers to unlock the Triforce. I still think this is a trilogy. I still think this is the second part of a trilogy, in my opinion. I think the tiers are kind of like they're used to unlock some sort of, I don't know, almost like the seals in Ocarina of Time to unlock the sages and like the uh what do you call it? The temple where they all kind of hang out, where you go to and they all just kind of stand there and be like, "Oh, we're wise sages because we're not in the world that's in trouble." I don't know. I That's kind of my opinion. I still think this is a trilogy. I think this is the middle part of a trilogy, and I think the Triforce is the main kind of MacGuffin of the third game, in my opinion.
Hmm. Well,
So
As long,
I think. Oh, go ahead, Daniel.
no, I was just gonna make a stupid joke about this game will end with Ganondorf uniting the Triforce and saying, "I'll do it myself," like Thanos. But
ah
go
yes, and then
ahead.
Bowser pops in, and you're like, oh, what's he
Right,
doing
put
here?
the
It's
Triforce on and
it's so
goes
funny.
to.
I asked the question on Twitter: is Nintendo in their hot villain era right now? Because the way that Bowser is from Super Mario Brothers.
I
Uh,
don't. Oh my gosh, dude! Every time somebody says the word "daddy" on the internet, I cringe. I just want to go hide under a desk and be like, "Why is this a thing?" It hurts my soul every time somebody says that,
well, I
and I
definitely.
can't get away from it now. I can't get away from it.
Well, I won't go that route. Uh, so I will spare you. Uh, but I gotta say the artwork that came out is very. I mean, it's very Japanese. It has like like Ganondorf have this samurai look to it. Um,
Hmm.
if you look at Wind Waker, he has this wizardly look to him and everything.
Yeah,
Um,
he's definitely like some sort of like fighter in this. He kind of looks like the almost like a mix of the Gerudo and the Yiga clan almost in this.
yeah,
So I wonder if there's something. I wonder if they have something to do with this too. You
because
know?
I wonder where is the Yiga clan in this game? Like they haven't showed them or anything.
Yeah,
I
but I
know
think
they're
they're trying
still
to make
around.
a big deal out of the Zonai right now. I think they're kind of pushing that. It seems, especially the one female character that we don't really know who she is.
Hmm.
Right? I don't really know who she is. Uh, Also, there's that weird kind of uh ugly looking creature with some Zonai things going on, and some people think that that thing is a Zonai. Like he kind of looks like this weird rhinoceros goat thing.
Yeah,
Uh, but then you see that other like kind of we're gonna call her Tan Zelda to make it easy, but she has the long blonde hair and she's just tan and with the there's like a Zelda Universe tweeted this out the other day where like Link was reading the texts in one of the stables about in Breath of the Wild. This character is mentioned in Breath of the Wild in like some books and some posters and stuff in the stables about this. Uh, I don't remember if they use the term fairy or this character, beautiful that had this blinding light and like she's using this blinding light at I don't know. People were making that connection too.
but and I would be surprised if it is something related to Zelda herself, but um I don't want to spoil anything until you get to that ending, uh, Daniel. But in Breath of the Wild, there is a transformation for one of the characters, and it's been kind of vital to these modern Zelda games, I should say.
You can spoil it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
mind spoilers.
it's not such a big spoiler, but Zelda herself transformed into the light Zelda, where she used the light arrows. And this has happened ever since Ocarina of Time and everything. Because in the NES and Super Nintendo, only Link could use the light arrows. So they kind of changed the story with Ocarina of Time that Zelda would be the one to use the light arrows and stuff. Um, so I wonder uh, if that power is still with her, and if this going to be like, is this like Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan, super Ultimate Saiyan thing happening to Zelda? We don't know at this point in time. We do not know or anything. So I
Mhm.
I'm very intrigued with this. I did find it funny when the little Zonite thing was cutting the tree, and it felt like it his little uh cut thing with his axe didn't do nothing. So it was just like it was sad yet funny. And stuff. It's like, hmm. And then he's about to cut it again and stuff. So it looks like this game may have some comedy in it, but I think they're trying to go for a serious story. The thing about it though is that Anuma doesn't want to focus on the story because I think he feels like it will ruin
Well,
stuff.
he's not the director of the game though. He's just the
Yes,
producer,
he's
right?
he's the
So
producer, but I think he's been more into telling people, I want to see how you guys explore this game. I want to see your creativity in this game. I
yeah,
don't
but
want
you can
to.
do both. You can 1,000% do both. They did it in the last game. Granted, the
Yeah,
story wasn't like the best part of the game or anything, but they actually tried to tell a story last time, which was
yeah,
impressive for Nintendo in a lot of different ways. Uh,
yeah,
but I think this time I think the story is important to this, but I still think they're going to try to merge it with the way they want you to explore the world, which I think worked in the last game a lot by using the memories as storytelling, and you kind of unlock them as you went along, and then you could like kind of piece them together and
mm.
watch them all in order once you were kind of finished the game, right? So
Yeah.
uh and then
And I
obviously the last cutscene was like the last cutscene. So
and I think Monolith Soft with Xenoblade 3 on how they integrated the cutscenes, the story beats and cutscenes in their game. I think they were able to merge that same feeling in Breath of the in Tears of the Kingdom in this one.
mhm.
So I think there will be story points, uh, but it only will start if you decide to like start that mission or go to that area. I don't think it will automatically just start if you by happenstance entering some sort of era and stuff. I think they still want you to explore and everything. Because I think the Anuma and the Zelda team is probably just like, yes, there is a story. It's deep. It's dark. It's got emotions. It's ready for you guys to um find out about it. But we as developers don't want to spoil anything. We don't want to make a mistake of if we say something and you interpret it wrong, that of course y'all yell back at us or something. We're not trying to do that. We just want you guys to, once you get into the game, find out all that you can do, what you can build up and strategize with, and then start going through the story and see how that plays a part in it. Because I think with Tears of the Kingdom, it's exploration and being scientific.
Mm.
I think that's way more important than what everything else is at this time, I should say, until the 12th comes out with this game and stuff. Because with all the air diving that they've been showing in this game, um, there's just gonna be so many people trying to trying to show off what stylish stuff they could do, and where you could drop and stuff. Like, it's going to be crazy seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be this is gonna be one game that I think I mean when we talked at a long time ago, we were talking about how it's going to be really hard for something to top Breath of the Wild, but I think they are on pace to do that. You know, I mean my major points were we need dungeons back, and we need a way to circumvent the breakable weapons. I don't know if fuse is like really what I had in mind for that, but like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is, and we're gonna have to go for it. So
Right. So, well, before we wrap this part up, Daniel, what is the one thing, whether it happens or not, that you would love to do in Tears of the Kingdom?
Make myself a hot air balloon that I can kind of fly around in. Would
Ooh.
be a very high level thing I'd like to do.
hmm. What if you put your horse in the hot air balloon and let it float away?
You have to shoot it to get to fall back down.
Yeah, then your
That's
horse will
actually
die.
not
It's
a
fine.
horrible idea. Or maybe just like a horse mounted hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
What
the
if you
wow.
least
put
efficient form of travel possible. Because the horse would be too heavy. And the legs would be the propulsion rather than heat.
your rocket propelled horse?
But any sort of like air ship.
Mm.
Like seeing like a flying pirate ship in the trailer was very cool. And I don't think it'll probably be robust enough to build an entire pirate ship. But
I bet you can. That's the thing. I bet you totally can.
you think so? You think it's
Yeah.
gonna have that much customization?
Mhm. Yep, I bet you can totally do that. I don't know
Okay.
how, but I bet you can build anything that you want to build in this game. Now, will your game run at a smooth 30 or 60 or however whatever frames this is? No. I
At this
doubt
point in
it.
time, we don't know.
But I bet I bet you'll be able to pretty much build whatever you want in this.
I hope
Interesting.
somebody makes like a choo choo train or a subway station or something like that.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
you would be that person.
I mean, because don't, dude, it just hit me now. Somebody's gonna be looking at Death Stranding and be like, "How do I get this crazy design to be done in Zelda?"
Mhm.
The the ability to share, I think, is something they haven't really said anything about, but would be super cool. Like if I could build something and like let you guys kind of port it into your game so you could fly around in it or whatever would be super cool. But I don't know if Nintendo is capable of something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it'll be mostly people doing videos. Be like, if you're having a hard time building stuff, we can help you get some ideas to create some stuff.
I do have one thing that was very noticeable in this trailer, and I don't understand why nobody's talking about it. Literally, nobody's talking about it. Link is literally fighting alongside the champions in a lot of these scenes in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And do we have a party system? Do we get like, can we take companions on missions with us? Can we like summon them at will? Like, why is nobody talking about this?
I
I
think
did
it's because
notice that like
everybody, a lot of people
RPG.
don't recognize that this was kind of introduced in Wind Waker. So they're thinking now, because online is a big thing, they're thinking, is that possible that if we take a champion, will there be a second player joining us on a mission or something?
I don't want that. I just want a party. I just want, I want the little bird that shoots bow and arrow with her feet to fly by me, you know. So,
Yeah,
what were you saying,
it
Daniel?
just
You were hold on.
yeah. Go ahead.
Daniel was saying something and
Just the sort of like RPG party look of a few different scenes. Not
yeah.
that it's turn-based by any means, of course, but that like
Yeah, but
party of four type crew rolling out and doing something mutual, a quest
yeah.
or just a cutscene or whatever it might be.
Yeah, and like man, you could take a champion with you. You'd scan that Wolf Link amiibo in there and have your wolf, right? You have like yeah, yeah. Here we go. real stuff here,
Oh,
guys.
now you thinking of your Wolf Amiibo?
I
Actually
have
having
all my Zelda
use.
amiibo ready.
I think that's probably gonna be a thing that even Nintendo's not even talking about. That Amiibo is really gonna play a part. It's a possibility it's gonna be really playing a big part. And if that's the case, that's gonna be more sales for Amiibo. If you could use these Amiibo to help you fight certain enemies or certain adventures and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't need all that. I just want Wolf Link amiibo to work like it did in the first game. That's all. I just want the amiibo to work like they did in the first game, and as long as they all do that, then I'm okay. So,
So,
How
uh,
important do you think it's going to be to play this when it immediately comes out? Especially as far as like trying to like build something new. Like it feels like this is one of those games that you're gonna have to like jump in immediately just to have any like I feel like TikTokers and stuff are gonna go like wild with this of being like,
so
look at what
this
I
is the
built.
this is the thing. A lot of people who are getting it, they are buying it physical. A lot of people have already planned for the weekend to be off for this game. Um,
it's
Besides
funny.
people who,
My wife's like, "Can you work from home that day?" And I'm like, "Haha, joke's on you. I already planned on it."
yeah, and then there's some people who got who's going to have the game digitally around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, when the game goes live on the eShop. And For those who pre-purchase it that way, um, people are going to jump in, and you're probably going to see video. I would say 2 to 3 hours, but it really depends on what Nintendo allows to be shown on YouTube and what is
Hmm.
allowed to be shown on Twitch and stuff. So there might be some things in Discord. There might be some things on Twitter, uh, or any kind of social media that Nintendo really can't have no say or anything. Um, but I think a lot of people. I think it's just a lot of content is gonna go up. But then that Friday, like around, I would say around 10, 11 o'clock, once stores are open and people end up getting the game and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, you know, um, because I'm trying to get that Friday off, so I could be able to play. But I may have to wait. Uh, like I might have to go to open up the store and do what I need to do, and then coming home around 3 or 4 and play the game and just explore for myself after the updates and stuff like that because it's going to be a huge day for this game.
Yeah. And just like
Yeah.
everybody's so hungry for it that
Hmm.
like it's just gonna be like a content creator explosion of like everyone wanting to get like their takeout first and like their like top 10 builds articles and stuff. Like I feel like it's going to be a very intense couple of weeks for the Zelda content people.
Yeah, I know people are probably going to be waiting for the reviews for it. Uh, because I think people probably won't get. I think reviewers, like websites and stuff, I think they won't get a copy until I may say May, and they'll have those 2 weeks or whatever to play that game to get it done. Uh, because like our very own, like our great friend Grayson, who works at Game Rent to do the strategy, like that's pretty much all he'll probably be playing to find everything, to figure out puzzles, and to write all of that. Like he probably won't be able to, depending on when he gets the game and everything. Uh, he'll be like digging in to get stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like some other like all guide writers and stuff. Sometimes they get the games early so they could just write stuff for a guide, not to personally do like a review or anything, but to do a guide on the game. So, um,
Hmm.
yeah, we definitely will see and everything.
Yeah.
Corey,
Those
what?
content creators better watch out though, because I don't know if you saw Nintendo striking channels that were doing content clearly within the guideline and like their creator guidelines. They were like, there's a prominent Nintendo YouTuber, I forget what his name is, but he is clearly within Nintendo's guidelines, and he even made a video about Nintendo's guidelines after he received 2 strikes from Nintendo's on his YouTube channel.
Uh huh.
And he's like, I'm within the guidelines. I'm within the guidelines. So that's why we only do podcasts around here. Every time I'm like, we should do like Nintendo Let's Plays. That'd be fun. We should play some Zelda. Nope. Nope. Not with stuff like this. We have we have almost 2,000 videos on our YouTube channel. We are not we are not about to lose all those just because of you know. Anyways, good luck out
Yeah.
there, guys. Zelda, less than what, 4 weeks away?
4 weeks. Yeah. Well, Corey, I want to ask you, what is the one thing, whether you think you can or can't do it, that you want to be, that you want to just happen in the game once you start?
I want to play a Zelda. I know that's kind of like a cop out, or like that's what, quote unquote, the whole entire internet wants, but I want to play a Zelda. It's time. Especially with seemingly what this story is doing and kind of like what they're hinting at, like
Mm-hmm.
it's time. Let us play a Zelda, even if it's for like one little section or like sections that ultimately don't affect the overarching overworld plot or puzzles or anything. Just like if we have to sneak out of a prison, or if we have to like if we can wander around wherever she is and talk to people, like just let us do it.
Okay.
Although it'd be
Well,
cool, she has the master sword. I want to use the master sword as Zelda and stab some fools, but you know.
definitely for me, I want to see if I could build roller coasters in this game.
Oh boy, here we go.
Like, if I could find
Minecraft.
like tracks and stuff, and you know, just be able to like have a way that that I treat an area like it's an amusement park, like a roller coaster stuff. See what I confuse and everything.
Mm.
Like take a minecart area and just like and make it have it like give it twists and turns and everything. Uh, and just see how I could play around with gravity with this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some pretty weird stuff in here, right? I mean, I feel like that's not out of the question. If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support.
So everybody, that is going to be our impressions for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. You can go to bossrush.net, check our articles out there. Go to Boss Rush on our YouTube page, check our videos out there for it. We are super excited for this game. One of the most anticipated games is probably another game that the whole Boss Rush crew, or majority of the Boss Rush crew, is going to be picking up. So I'm definitely excited about that. But we're gonna get into family news. I didn't do it excitedly because we only got like 2 stories for it. So Corey,
I mean, Zelda was the big story, right? I mean, that's the
yeah,
story.
pretty much.
Zelda's the story.
And
Uh,
this is the crazy things that people are still watching the Zelda trailer over the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. I'm
I
like,
mean, I think they're
wow.
both pretty popular. I'm not gonna go that far, but
Yeah. So
uh,
Corey, take family news away.
I think Final Fantasy 16 looks amazing.
It does.
Uh, but that'll be my that'll probably be my I don't July game, I guess, because it's gonna take me like 5 years to beat Zelda at this point. But Where is this? Okay, so the Mario movie has surpassed $500 million globally. Uh, has the movie has grossed a whopping $508 million domestically and internationally. It has become the biggest video game movie adaptation ever. It's also one of the best animated movies ever already. So it did beat out Frozen 2 for opening weekend. So that's pretty crazy. Uh, I mean, did you guys? Ed, you saw the Mario movie. Daniel, did you
Yes.
see the Mario movie yet?
I have not gotten to see it yet. No.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I
I'll
was
see it.
hoping to get to it Thursday, but it just the universe it was not meant to be.
Yeah, it's that's that universe doesn't like us sometimes. I guess most of the time, I would say. But
It's
I
true.
haven't. If it makes you feel better, I haven't seen it yet either. Which is it's fine. I'll see it. I'll see it when it comes to whatever streaming platform it's gonna be on. I'm not a big movie theater person, so although I will be seeing Indiana Jones when it comes to theaters. So, uh, but yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Good job, Nintendo. I guess your um the critics 48% on Rotten Tomatoes just didn't stop anybody from seeing this.
Yeah,
So
I think Lamont already went to go see it 2 times,
yeah,
2 or 3 times. I definitely going to probably pick up my nephew and go see it.
yeah,
'But my mom, she also wants to see it, but she wants to see it in 4D. Uh, so she wants to feel like, feel the effects and everything with the air and the water and all of that, the vibrations and stuff. She wants to see all of that. So we may go and see it that way.
wow. It's we'll see. I'll see it. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of Nintendo movies coming out now. It seems they have a pretty good
Hmm.
relationship with Illumination
Illumination.
and Universal and whoever else distributes those movies. So I could definitely see Donkey Kong coming out of this. I could see something dumb like I don't know, Luigi's Mansion. I know people want from this now too. So uh, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And I can say that I'm fine with 90-minute movies from Illumination Nintendo. And if they want to do some like Pikmin shorts or whatever, I'll be fine with that too. Like,
They already made
um,
those. You can watch those on your 3DS. Oh wait, not anymore.
you
Rip
can watch them on YouTube.
eShop.
They may have them on Switch also still.
No, they're
Uh,
on their YouTube channel.
okay. But yeah, I could still see them doing like uh 90-minute movies from different games and stuff. Like a
Hmm.
Smash Brother one, like that that would be very interesting with Smash. Because you got the characters, you kind of got a story or that you could evolve around with. It's just gonna be funny on how all of that will work. Uh, and you don't really have to you don't really have to use a lot of like Square Enix or Neo Geo or anyone else unless those companies want those characters to be in it. You really got like the whole Nintendo universe trying to fight uh what's his name with the hand,
Master Hand.
Master Hand.
with the yeah, Mr. Master Hand. Like you're able to fight that way, fight that thing and win.
Hmm. Yeah,
I don't know if I
we'll
need
see.
that. Need some more proof of concept before.
Yeah.
I think they need like an Avengers level Smash Bros. Movie, but
Also, can we just not have everything be a universe? Also,
that too.
can you just make a movie without it having to like if they made a Donkey Kong movie, okay,
Mhm.
I get it. He's in the Mario movie, so they're gonna make some sort of connected thing, right? But like if they make like a Kid Icarus movie, they're really gonna try to tie it into Mario. Come on, get out of here.
I mean,
Mm.
No, get out of here. Don't start.
It's
Speaking
like,
of
do
starting, I'm
you,
starting the next story and getting us out of this trash fire of a conversation that's not starting. Super Mario Brothers ground theme becomes the first video game song added to the National Recording Registry. The Library of Congress has announced its 2023 National Recording Registry. uh, inductees, and Super Mario Brothers World 1-1, better known as Ground Theme, is the first video game song being inducted and preserved. Where's the Tetris song from the Game Boy version? It's got to be next. Okay. Or the Donkey Kong jingle. Do 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 do. Work 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 work. Do do do. When he jumps over it. Okay, that's
Or all
enough.
the amazing beats from Donkey Konga for
Yeah,
GameCube.
yeah.
Oh
Or the
wow.
DK rap.
Ooh,
That should be in there too.
you're a man of culture.
Hey, Ducky Kong.
Okay. We're on. Let's see. Composed by Koji Kondo and appearing in Super Mario Brothers in 1985, it is one of the most recognizable pieces of music known around the world. Kondo made a statement saying, "Having this music preserved alongside so many other classic songs is such a great honor. It's actually a little difficult to believe." So, congratulations, Koji Kondo and Nintendo. This is a pretty big deal. I think. I still think a lot of video games have a stigma to them of being like, a child's toy, or like people don't understand the appeal of video games or make fun of them in a way. And I think we forget that they are important sometimes. And obviously, Mario is very important to the world of video games. I don't think any of us would be here without that theme song and that kind of game. So, congratulations, Nintendo. Well deserved, I think. So,
Seems like it could open the door for more video game related tracks to make it in. Like The Legend of Zelda has such fantastic music that probably deserves some sort of honor like that too.
And and that's
yeah,
by Kanji Kondo also.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah. Zelda definitely, I think, deserves it. I think the Halo theme deserves it if we're looking outside Nintendo. There's just so many iconic theme songs now.
I
That
think Halo does deserve it because I think that's the kind of the most recognized vocal performance.
well,
Just that,
also it was one of the first fully orchestrated themes, I think.
yeah.
So, uh, that's also a big deal. All right. Well, anybody have anything else to say about this story?
I think it's cool. I'm glad that you know Kanji Kondo is getting. I mean, he's always been recognized and loved for his music, but to have something like this happen to him, that's a really big deal. And it really feels like like you said, Corey, video game music is becoming more popular and more recognized to win awards, to be inducted, to be taken serious because we on the gamer side, we know how important music is to us and to a video game, but the outside world who doesn't know too much of video games or still have a stereotype of them, they don't know how great a lot of the music that are in those games and everything.
Hmm.
The two guys, I think they won what a Grammy or Academy Award. I think a Grammy for their music soundtrack, a video games music soundtrack. Like that's big. I think that was last year. I mean that's a big deal and stuff. So
Hmm.
I hope that this opens up the door for more composers and their works being recognized. Like you mentioned Halo. Like I would love Streets of Rage 2 to have to be inducted also because that music is phenomenal and stuff. Daniel, what would you choose? Like if you could say pick a soundtrack or some music that you would like to have inducted, what would you choose?
There's so many great RPG soundtracks. Like the one that sticks out is the Octopath Traveler one. I think is one that
Yes.
like brings people to tears. So that one would probably stick out. Probably Chrono Trigger, but maybe just because I love that game. So I
Yeah.
probably overrate rate it.
Uh,
Those are
I think
the two that kind of
Sephiroth's
stick out.
I think Sephiroth's theme song, One Wing Angel. I think that would be probably inducted for Final Fantasy VII.
Hmm.
Uh, I wonder if Utada's Simple and Clean or probably Simple and Clean uh, from Kingdom Hearts will be inducted because
Yeah,
that.
I
Oh, go ahead,
I kind of
Corey.
no, I kind of feel like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 maybe. I feel like Sanctuary is really an important song to a lot of people. I don't know if the song is considered good by any stretch, but I know that that song is very important to a lot of people, including me. Um, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
Sanctuary is great. It really is a good song by Utada. Um, I think it's just that when you walk away, you can hear me say. I think just that line gets so many people just like, bam, this is simple and clean. But I think one of the problems is that some people might just say, "Oh, that's Kingdom Hearts," and not know the theme song and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah,
Sanctuary
well,
is really
I don't
good.
know I don't know the names of any theme songs. I just know when I hear a song like, "Oh, I recognize that from that game too," you
Mm.
know. But I'm also not a music person, so I can't tell you anything about music really. So I know I'm in the minority. I was just being that saying that. So
Man, Chrono Trigger. I'm gonna just throw the whole soundtrack in there. Just induct the
What?
whole soundtrack.
The whole thing.
the whole thing.
It's
Um,
so good.
yeah, yeah. So congratulations. I hope more video game music makes it in the future. I think it's going to. So all right. Where do we want to go from here? I guess we could do Pack Watch and then kind of Snack Tendo and what we've been playing. We're backwards here, so I want to
Hmm.
hit everything. We'll just
But
do Pack Watch real quick.
yeah, let's jump into Pack Watch and then we'll do Nintendo.
Yeah. Okay. So Pack Watch. On 418, we're getting Minecraft Legends, another Microsoft kind of partnership here. Very exciting. Uh, the Piglin's nether corruption is spreading across the overworld, scorching everything it touches. Are you the hero who will protect this gentle land? Plan your strategy and face the Piglins in epic battles, but be warned, they always fight back. Take on piglin bases by day and defend your allies after dusk. Explore lush biomes filled with the treasures and perils. Meet new friends and reunite with familiar mobs. With uh, with the allies by your side, all that's left to do is save the world. I accidentally hit shift and it went up. So whoops. Also on 418, pick of the week for me. Disney Speedstorm. Disney Speedstorm is the ultimate hero based combat racing game set on high speed circuits inspired by Disney and Pixar worlds. It's a thrilling arcade racing experience where players will need to master each character's unique skills on the racetrack to claim victory. Season 1 Figment is the character. All in. Let's go. Found my main.
Yes.
Don't need to play anything else. I'm just playing Figment. On 420, Coffee Talk 2 is coming. It's time to revisit your favorite late night coffee shop and reconnect with your fantasy friends over a warm drink or two. You are a barista, and your customers aren't always humans. Listen to their stories and influence their hearts with a warm cup of coffee or two.
So before you go on, Corey,
No.
um, I am buying this game, but I'm buying it on Series X. Because I own Coffee Talk, the first one on Xbox, so I kind of wanna keep it there. But I'm excited to play this game.
Yeah, and then on 421 from our friends over at Way Forward, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is coming out. Lead a cast of colorful characters in fun turn-based battles with two classic campaigns. from the beloved Advance Wars series, fully remade from the ground up. So we actually just had Adam Tierney, the head of publishing and business development, over at Way Forward on the Boss Rush podcast, and he also directed River City Girls and the Mummy Demastered and a bunch of other things. And so we're actually talking with them to have the Advance Wars director on Nintendo Pow Block in the coming weeks once Advance Wars comes out. So look forward to that. That's going to be a great conversation. Adam was a great guest. He's probably one of our best guests we've ever had on the Boss Rush podcast, hands down. So he really made me want to support Way Forward more than I have been. Not that I'm like against Way Forward in any stretch of the imagination, but like Ed's the Way Forward fan here, but he was just so nice and genuine and very informative and knowledgeable of the industry. And man, what a cool company that is. I didn't realize how much they had done. So,
Yeah, Wave Force history is big, dude.
from like the early 90s. They've been around since the early 90s. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Man,
they've been
DuckTales
in business,
Remastered.
dude. They've
Gem.
been in business that long.
I know. So yeah, I hope we can get him on and we can talk about Advance Wars. I guess I have to play Advance Wars now because I'd look real silly if we had him on and I didn't play it. I mean, I was going to play it anyway, but now I have to. Daniel, what's your pick of this week?
Definitely Advance Wars. Having played the Game Boy version growing up, was really excited for this, and I was really excited for it. What was it, like 2 years ago when it was supposed to come out, and then it got bumped and bumped and bumped?
Yeah, and then it got delayed a
So,
year. We actually asked him about that. He wasn't really allowed to say anything, but
hmm
I was like, "Were you guys bummed by the delay?" And he was like, "Well, I can't really say anything on that, but we're excited it's coming out now." We're like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we didn't ask him too many questions to put him in awkward positions. I didn't want to be that podcast. So it was like, oh, so working with Nintendo, what was it like? Were you and Miyamoto best friends now? Like, no, we didn't do any of that.
hmm
But that was
like
like the
the
one. That was like the one hard question we asked. So, uh,
like the graphical upgrades to it versus the originals just look so good. And then
yeah,
having played Wargroove recently, which is Advance Wars with fantasy stuff, like I'm all
yeah.
kind of primed for it to come out. Give it a go.
Yeah, it looks cool. I've been rewatching some stuff just because I mean, like I said, that this whole conversation with Way Forward really changed my perception of how I want to approach supporting companies who are good people and they seem like good people. So, I've also been playing their new game Lunark, which just came out like a couple weeks ago. It's pretty good, but we'll talk about that later. Uh but yeah, Disney Speedstorm, guys. Disney Speedstorm. Looking forward to it.
If there wasn't Lego 2K Drive coming out, I'd probably have slightly more interest in the Disney, but if there's
That's
like a
fair.
Lego thing coming, like Disney is always second. So,
That's fair.
rational or not.
I know for me it's Coffee Talk 2 and Advance Wars. That I'm looking forward to. Um, I will get Disney and Minecraft Legends, but I'll get those down the line a little bit later. I'm excited for Disney though, but it's just that uh, Advance Wars and Coffee Talk are important. They're on my plate of games that I must play this week, so I could be ready to talk about them and everything.
So is Coffee Talk, is that similar to like the coffee shop you kind of run in Persona 5? Like, is it somewhat similar to that? Or is it like
Not really.
totally
This
different?
one you kind of like you hear people's stories and they'll ask you, for certain coffees and you go and make it and stuff. Um,
So it's like a social sim kind of idea.
Um, it's more of a venture walking sim kind of game and stuff because
Gotcha.
it's really narrative heavy and everything. Because you don't really make a lot of choices in this stuff, but you kind of see different people's journeys and stuff. And if they ask you for a coffee, you go make them something to cheer them up. And if you make a right one, the right one that they love, they'll let you know. But if you make the wrong one, they'll also will let you know that that's the wrong one, and they'll continue on with the story and stuff. And then there's the chill hop music that's in it, kind of relaxing and stuff. So Coffee Talk is a really great game, and you really the characters, like their stories well written and everything. You end up loving it. End up loving the characters and stuff. So that's why episode 2 is so for a lot of people is on their radar that a lot of people are looking forward to. Um, we were going to try uh, for Talk the Walk when episode 2 came out. We was going to try to get the creator who passed away. We was going to try to get him on the show for Talk the Walk to discuss the game with us. But like I said, unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah, we did do or Celeste did do a 1v1 with him though.
Yeah.
Which was a good one. Recommend listening to that. So, so yeah, all right, Ed, I'm throwing it back to you because I am.
Okay. Well, guys, it's time for Snacktendo, and I'm going to start this one. Because I had once again a delicious Poke Bowl from Poke Brothers today. It was so good. I put sweet soy sauce on it, and just devoured that thing. Like I said, I started to add pineapple in my Poke Bowls and stuff. And I it's just so good. But I kind of had a taste for Subway and decided against it. Because I think I'm kind of gonna get Subway um sometime this week and everything because I love that Black Forest ham. Or if I'm in a rush, I'll get their cold cut trio. Um, but I excuse me. But I also like their chocolate chip cookies too, and they probably was out of them. So I'm gonna get Subway sometime this week. I had my brownies from Little Debbie's, the cosmic brownies. Had that. Um, Drunk some pineapple water, pineapple kiwi smart water. Been drinking a lot of that. Um, our job, or my job, we have a lot of frozen stuff that we kind of got to get rid of because they're going to be doing some cleaning. They put majority of their stuff on 50% off. So pizzas, fish sticks, Arizonas, orange juice, like all of this stuff that we had got to get out. So they threw everything 50% and it's been thrown out. I mean, going off. So I got some TGI, honey barbecue, boneless wings, some fish sticks. Um, like I got a good deal on some stuff. Some fried rice, um, really for cheap. Brought some Arizona mango in a 10 cans. The 99-cent ones, they were only 50 cents. And I got them like about for like 48, 45 cents and stuff. And yeah, probably by the time I get back to work, all of that stuff should be gone. I'm excited. I didn't bring home the fish sticks yet. I still got them at work and everything. I just keep forgetting to bring them. Uh, but I'm excited because I haven't had fish sticks in a long time. Um, and they were like one of my favorite fish foods, like snacks to eat is fish sticks. So pretty much that's what I've been snacking on. I think this weekend I will be searching for some new places, some new pizza spots, and trying out some new food this week. What about you, Corey?
Um, I haven't really had anything that exciting, to be honest. We've been real busy just trying to get stuff done and do a bunch of other things. So, uh, I mean, we had Chili's tonight, but it's just like gross. We only did it because we had a gift card that we got from somewhere, so uh, it was fine. Just I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't really do anything for me. But that's kind of it. Nothing really too exciting. Sorry.
Okay.
Last time I went to Chili's, they were out of napkins, so they were handing people like the cellophane bags that the silverware comes in.
Oh wow.
So for napkins, and then they like had corn on the cob, but like you had to like pick it up with your bare hands. Like they didn't have any of like the tongs or anything. So haven't been to Chili's in a long time. But
Funny thing, I had Chili's Monday for my birthday. And it was good. It wasn't
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too like exciting or anything. I kind of just wanted to be like a little bit low key. So, um, yeah.
Hmm.
What about you, Daniel? What you been stacking on?
So I actually did go to Subway. And I did get cookies too. Um,
Yes.
my go-to sub tends to be meatball, but
Ooh. Okay.
steak and cheese is sometimes good too. What's
Nice.
yours, Ed?
Uh, like I said, the Black Forest ham is my. I always get Italian herbs and cheese as the
Oh yeah,
bread.
you have to.
Uh,
That's the best bread.
yes. Oil and vinegar, American cheese. Um, I uh I do tomatoes, lettuce, um, sweet bell peppers. I do honey mustard uh with the mayo. Um, then there's like a sweet onion sauce that they have. I kind of like my stuff sweet and everything. When it comes to my subs and everything, and I know that's very messy in their on the sub and stuff, but like I love when it's soaked up in that good old bread. It makes eating the sandwich easier for me and everything. I still got that nice crunch and everything, but there's just something about just like all that juices and stuff soaked up in the bread. I don't get it toasted at all.
No, it
Mm-mm.
just slides right down then.
Yeah. So, um, yeah. Normally, if they don't have the Black Forest ham, I do the cold cut trio, for it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm a simple man, but like I said, I haven't been there in a while, so and I got a gift card to go to Subway, so I might have to use it, um, and get some Subway and stuff.
It's time.
Okay.
It's time.
Yes, but that's all you've been stacking on.
We went to this. I think it's a bar. We did take out. We didn't go to the bar, but we got this like grilled salmon with like mango
Ooh,
salsa, and that was really good.
ooh.
Like really good. Like I want it
Uh,
right now. But
Mm.
did you have any sides with it, like rice or green
yeah, it came
beans?
with rice and sweet potato fries.
Interesting.
Well, it came with mashed potatoes, but I wanted sweet potato fries instead, so I swapped. But
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, nice. And I know you went out on a trip. Did you eat anything special on your trip?
so it was a bed and breakfast. So we had these really nice breakfasts every morning. So the first night, we were only gone 2 nights. We had this like egg dish with like spinach and tomatoes, and then they also made us French toast. It was like so much food. It was insane. Like I was sick like afterwards, but it was worth it to be in like that food coma state.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second morning they made waffles. So it was really, really good.
I would love to do a bed and breakfast kind of thing.
In our area, it tends to be a little cheaper because it takes care of a meal as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we tend to go that route rather than like a regular hotel
That's
Smart.
nice.
because it's
Smart.
the rates tend to be about the same since it's the city. So
Mm-hmm.
like at least we get breakfast out of it. And they tend to give you like a ton of food. So then like you're kind of set to like late day snack.
Ah, and did you just go out for dinner and lunch and all of that?
Bingo.
Yes.
So it takes
Nice.
one meal off the table.
Did you listen to any podcasts while you was gone?
I did. I listened to the Boss Rush podcast actually. Listened to the episode where Stephanie talked about being at PAX East, which
Hmm.
was like right up the street from where I lived, but I didn't go. So it was fun to hear about all the stuff I missed.
Oh, that's the one with Grayson. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one was funny because Laurent said Ubisoft they don't bring none of the boys to the yard. And I fell out laughing. I was just like, you's a fool.
I like Ubisoft games. I know people are like, Ubisoft, they're evil. I'm like, every company's evil. Remember when everybody was boycotting Blizzard and then the last 3 games are like top 10 games of the entire year? I
Right.
remember that. And now everybody's looking forward to Diablo 4.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That was a funny time.
So, oh, that's good. Well, everybody, it's time for playing with power. Daniel, where have you been playing with power?
Oh, I've still been playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Believe it or not. And low key playing Digimon in the background, but no one I don't know if your audience is super keyed into that, so I won't drone
Sure they
on
are.
about that.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Who
But
cares? This is what you're
so
playing. It's not what they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
maybe they should be playing it. No, it's a labor of love, but um, got some recent evolutions. I'm I got so basically it's kind of like Dreamlight Valley where you invite things to join your village. So I
Yeah.
recently got a VMon to join my village, and he's a builder. So after I get a certain amount of like stock items from foraging, I'll be able to upgrade my village.
Nice.
And then more recently, I have to start training up a little so I can beat this Gardamon, which will give me some flying capabilities around the map.
Nice. Nice. It's always nice to
Yeah.
fly around the map.
Yes, because it's you have to like walk everywhere, and if you
Uh-huh.
walk too far, your partners get tired, and then you have to walk back to give them naps. So the flying thing is like a very pivotal part of the game, it would seem,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
because they get fussy if you walk too far,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Tell them to catch
and
up.
you only yeah, they'll like actually just fall asleep like mid walk,
Dang.
and then like time will go forward, and you only have like 15 days till they die. So like you have to really like plan like the flying thing I think is going to make the game entirely more fun.
Oh, wow. Uh,
But Breath of the Wild's been going great too. Um I haven't gotten too like I just find myself exploring rather than doing story stuff,
fine.
Yeah,
and
That's fine.
that's
and
usually how it
eventually
goes.
getting zapped to death by something that I'm not strong enough to survive yet, or um oh, what are the names of the beasts that roam near the castle that just strike you with lasers and
Or the
explosion?
Guardians.
Yeah, the wandering ones of those just eventually kill me, and then I go back to my safe state and wander somewhere else and zap and repeat.
So you
So
haven't. So you have a shield, right, with you?
I have a very low level shield, but
Okay, so you gotta there's a reflect move that when you time it right, you gotta hit the laser back in their eye and hit them.
gotcha. I don't know
So
if I have a shield strong enough to do anything like that.
any show could do it.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll have
Yeah,
to try that
you could
then.
you could look at the website. I mean, you could look on YouTube to see on how to do it. Some people use that as an easier way to kill them and everything.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So,
I did. So I got to the point where you meet the little girl in the laboratory, and then
yeah.
you go back and I'm at the point where I have to go track down one of the memories from the camera.
Hmm.
And at that point is where I just sort of said, I'm just going to wander around and look at stuff and kind of haven't gotten back to the story yet.
That's fine.
Right.
Hyrule doesn't need saved. It's fine.
No, they're fine.
They're all fine. Let's be
And then I'm
honest.
helping another guy find some crickets to attract a girl that doesn't like him or crickets. So it's been going well.
Nice.
Sounds like it.
Well, well, uh, I'm gonna go next, Corey. What I've been playing with Power is
Fine.
I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I picked that back up again, doing some more side quests. I'm probably about to jump in and do New Game Plus on easy, uh, just to have some fun with it. Uh, I started up Road 96 on Xbox. Um, I did my first playthrough and I got arrested because I ran out of energy.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh.
but my second playthrough, I was able to get through. And make it to Canada. And so made it across the border. But the game is going to continue, so I got to play a third protagonist. I think it's like six or probably a lot of episodes to it. I don't know how many. Um, and every time you play a different person, you meet the same characters, but you meet them at different places, and they have different stories. So once you get through, I think once I get through all of their stories and everything, um, I don't know how the game actually ends and stuff. Um, but I had to take all my Yakuza games off of Xbox and like uninstall them, and I'm about to reinstall um Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, so I get ready for the new game that's coming out. So
Oh yeah. I keep
my
forgetting that game is coming out.
Yeah, I have a pre-order for at Best Buy, but I need to beat the first one before I hop into the second one
Hmm.
and everything. So that is my goal. And then I'll be popping back Resident Evil 4 remake. I will be popping that back in and finishing that. I have been playing Have a Nice Death, uh, enjoying that a little bit more, getting a little bit stronger, and beating some of these bosses a little bit quicker. But I just gotta continue at it, make progress, and everything. But I'm definitely enjoying that game too. So that's pretty much what I've been playing with Power. Corey, where have you been playing with Power?
Um, nothing, nothing too exciting. I I was playing Lunark from Way Forward, which is kind of like a mix between it's got some really great art in it, but it's kind of like a mix between flashback and like really old school Prince of Persia, really crazy map design, and uh, it's a really cool game, and I recommend it. I'm only like an hour and a half in, uh, which I'm probably like really somebody who knows what they're doing. Probably only like 45 minutes in, but I keep getting lost and looking for stuff. So uh, there's that. And then I've also been jumping back into Breath of the Wild just to run around and do stuff because I'm trying to get ready for Tears of the Kingdom. I don't have anything left to do, but I've decided to like learn how to uh, figure out how to upgrade armor and stuff because I feel like I'm gonna be wanting to do that in the next game too. So yeah, it's kind of all plus Destiny, but nobody cares about Destiny on the show. So you know, have that
I think
standing Friday night, uh, you know, friends night playing Destiny. So
I think Breath of the Wild's gonna jump up in sales again. People who haven't brought it or just getting their Switch or getting the Zelda Switch or whatever. I think a lot of people gonna be jumping into that game, getting ready
yeah,
for
I
it.
mean, it seems like a lot of people are jumping in or jumping back in. So, but yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Nice. Well, everybody, it's time for Game Fact Events. Since Kanji Kondo ground theme is being inducted in the National Recording Registry, let's look at the man himself. Born on August 13th, 1961, Kondo has worked with Nintendo since 1984 when he was a senior at a university. His music has been heard in the Legend of Zelda series, Super Mario Bros., Punch Out, and he worked with Brian Tyler to help compose Illuminations, the Super Mario Brothers movie. So, like I said earlier, he's done a lot um for Nintendo, and he said that Nintendo was his first job, and it's been his only job. He's been there since he started in 1984.
It's so
Uh,
crazy.
that's crazy. I'm like, and you got all of these hits, and he's 61. I'm like, wow. So, shout out to Kanji Kondo. But everybody, that has been Game Fact Events. Um, we did have questions for Power Block from last week that we didn't get the answer. So we're gonna quickly answer these. Even though you guys have not seen the Mario movie, GeekBro27 asks, "What were some of the Easter eggs that you found in the Mario movie?" For me, one of the Easter eggs is where Corey said a little bit about it, but Kid Icarus was in the game. Mario was playing Kid Icarus in it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And everything. And of course, one of the workers that is bullying Mario is from Wrecking Crew for it. So it was just those two. Um since you guys didn't see it, you don't have to answer. But Rem with a plan asks, will the sequel take place in the real world or the Mushroom Kingdom? Will the film center around Luigi? Will they go to the plumber route or the ghost sucking route? um so without spoiling it and everything, it looks like uh they'll probably be still in the Mushroom Kingdom at this. I don't think the universe is going to expand out of there and stuff. If they do decide to do like Luigi's Mansion or something like that, I think that would be its own separate movie and stuff. So, because don't get me wrong, I really can't say this. I would rather see Kid Icarus as a movie, um, and see how that goes. Because I think Kid Icarus could be like also a heartfelt but funny comedy for it and stuff. If not Kid Icarus, I think Nintendo would lean more to Splatoon because on how big that the Splatoon series is in Japan. Um, Even though they want to cater worldwide, I think they will make a lot of money if Splatoon was done and and it like cater more to Japanese viewers than American. I think it would still make money. I think just Japanese viewers will go see that movie more, and it'll be cool. And it'll be really cool and stylish. Because like Splatoon 3 looks really good, really really looks good. So, uh,
Nice.
I feel like we could definitely get like a Kirby movie Not that I would
Oh,
necessarily want one personally, but could definitely see with how much Kirby they've been giving us lately that a Kirby movie could be on the horizon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But what I'd probably want to see would be like an Earthbound movie. I think that could be pretty cool, and I think there's some like cinematic qualities to that that would could potentially work. Again, I'm not sure what a wider audience would feel about that, but I
I
think it could be a cool thing.
I have a question for you, Daniel, since you brought that up. What is the appeal of Earthbound? What is the appeal? I think it is one of the most overrated Nintendo things ever, and apparently, like, I don't understand. And I mean, people in the '90s obviously didn't care about it either because they were all in the clearance bins at Toys R Us and Walmart for so long. I what is the appeal of Earthbound?
I think the appeal of Earthbound is what's like the best like the weirdness of it. The fact that it's aliens, it's weird, it's these weird character designs. It's just strange. Like it has like the same sort of strange appeal of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where on paper you have your talking raccoon and talking tree and stuff. And like that wouldn't sell to like a lot of people, but there's like this weird charm to it. And that's probably the main appeal for me personally.
it's Nintendo's version of Fantasy Star, in a sense.
Yeah. It's like a
Hmm.
weird like charming but you don't quite know why. And like if you kind of probably thought about it more, you might be disturbed,
Hmm.
but
I
definitely not for everybody.
I've
Yeah.
I've tried to play it so many times, and I'm just like, I don't understand. I don't get it. But okay, I just wanted somebody who likes Earthbound to tell me what the appeal of Earthbound was because I I I don't understand, and
I think
that's
it's
okay.
like the best one, maybe a good way to put it would be it's like an inside joke. Like if you're in on it, like it makes sense to you. But like if you're hearing other people making inside jokes together, you don't get it.
Yeah.
So I think that for a lot of like the people who get it, they're like cult level fans of it. And like the people that don't get it are like you that are just like this is trash. I like do not see any appeal to this at all kind of thing.
I didn't say it was trash. I said it feels overrated. I didn't say it was.
All right.
I
Right.
I just don't want
Apologies for
people in the
misspoke.
comments coming for me saying that. I didn't say trash. I said
I,
No, no,
do,
feels a
no.
I
little
do need to
overrated,
be
and I don't get it.
I do need to be started on Nintendo Switch Online because I was kind of far on the Wii U, um, playing that version. But now that's on Nintendo Switch Online. I think I'm gonna start over again, uh, and get back to it. Now that I know what I need to do and stuff, I just need to get back into it and just go ahead on. What I don't like about Earthbound, I don't. I, I'm a grinding person. I love to grind in games because a lot of times it's that it feels like it's a very linear game and you got to do so much. But if you're not strong enough, and you get to a boss, they're gonna wipe your tail out. And I hate losing the bosses in JRPGs or role playing games. Because knowing good and well, I got to go through a long 10 to 15-minute battle all over again. That's why I had to put Octopath Traveler 2 down because there was a boss that just cheated. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to calm down. I'm going to grind a little bit more. I'm going to come back, fight this boss, and I'll probably end up beating.
Hmm.
I would think that if you were like just starting Earthbound and didn't know anything beyond JRPG and it started asking you like what your favorite food was, you'd probably be pretty lost. But like if you knew it was coming, it'd probably soften the blow. But if you just turned it on, you'd be very confused.
Yeah.
Like, why does it need to know my favorite food? Like, why does it need to know my dog's name? Like, why is it asking like all this like life sim kind of questions?
Okay. All right. Good to know. Sorry, I'm
everybody.
gonna cry soon. I'm just tired.
Don't cry.
Well, everybody, that's gonna be it for Nintendo Pow Block. I want to thank you, Daniel. I want to thank you, Corey. Everybody, please have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woohoo!
Goodbye.
Bye.
Nintendo Pow Block is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. The show is hosted by me, Edward Varnell. My co-hosts are Corey Derrick and Cordy Yates. You can find Corey at I Am Corey in HD on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting the Boss Rush Podcast and Tower Casuals, the Destiny Podcast. You can find Cordy at Cordy_Dice on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me at That Retro Code on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Nintendo Pow Block on all social media platforms at Pow Block Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Visit bossrush.net for more great content and patreon.com/bossrushmedia to learn how you can support this show. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.